Longevity is key. We all want quality of life to maintain for the longest time possible. But how we go about achieving that, that's where things get messy. You hear it all the times. I'm training for health. And honestly, that line is starting to sicken me. As if doing a push-up for strength looks different than doing a push-up for health. Man, this is not how it works. You are either doing a push-up to improve or you're not. Who knows exactly what health is? Are we supposed to wait for research that's decades late to tell us? You need exactly this much endurance, 30% strength, and 35% mobility, and exactly 19% body weight, and you need your loop watch to make sure you are recovered. Health isn't something you calculate on a spreadsheet. I have a picture in my mind of what a fit 80-year-old looks like. He's not doing light yoga for the joints. He's visibly muscular for his age group, stronger, more powerful, more functional as a byproduct of carrying more strength than his peers. And he's lean, because strength can't be an excuse for being fat. Fat makes the internal organs deteriorate. Fat makes moving on body weight harder. Fat puts extra wear and tear on your joints. If you're carrying unnecessary weight, you're aging faster, not slower. But let's make something clear. This video isn't about what I think longevity is. And I don't want to tell you what longevity is or how I think you should train as a byproduct of that. I'm not a longevity expert. Thank you very much. This video is about the fallacy of training for longevity that so many people are preaching right now. Whatever you decide longevity means, whether it's strength, endurance, mobility, power, balance, and what is the exact ratios between them, it will still come down to one thing: improving certain physical capacities to a meaningful degree. And that requires training. I just see so many people say they're training for longevity now, especially those who had a serious athletic background and did achieve meaningful performance measurements. Now, take it easy. Use longevity as an excuse to not push hard, which is extremely uninspiring. It requires rigorous training still. But what I see now is too many people using longevity as an excuse to train half-assed, to take it easy, to do something but not really mean it, to make themselves feel good about not knowing what they're doing. They are not training for longevity. They're training for comfort and calling it health. If you can't touch your toes, training for longevity means improving your mobility until you can. If you can't do pull-ups, it means training relentlessly until you can. If you can't lift your body weight, it means working until your body can handle its own weight. All of that still requires an extreme high level of discomfort. Showing up relentlessly, executing meticulously, being as serious as you can for a long time. You'll still be the fitness maniac in any room trying to achieve those things. Because I find training to be quite binary. You're either trying your best to improve by just even 1%, or you're already slowly declining. There's no in between. Once you have a maintaining mindset, you're already losing. That's my opinion. Actually getting stronger doesn't mean training 7 days a week, right? We went over that in the previous video. It might only take 3 focused sessions every week of about 45 minutes. But those 3 sessions a week, they need to be high effort, extremely involved, extremely invested, intentional. That's how you earn that 1% tiny improvement. You can have a maintaining mentality when you perform those 3 sessions. And I'll tell you what I refuse to become. I don't want to be one of those coaches who say, and I see it a lot on social media, on YouTube, hey, you know what? Once I was a serious athlete. I trained for skills, for performance. I was lean and strong, but it was wrong. You have to accept yourself as you are now. It was unhealthy to train like this. When I looked my best, it was actually unhealthy. No, maybe your practice was just wrong. Maybe you did it wrong. Because training for strength and muscle and being lean doesn't have to be wrong when it's done right. I love training. I want to keep getting stronger. I want to build muscle. I want to thicken tendons, to densify bones. That's the way. So yes, longevity is the goal, but don't use it as a mask for mediocrity. Whatever living long means to you, earn it through capacity. It is still about objectively, measurably improving certain physical capacities, and that requires a serious attitude. If this resonates and you want to train seriously again, I'm opening a few one-on-one coaching spots. Book a free call below, see if it's a good fit. Like, share, and subscribe the video only if you like the video, and see you next time.